You're too old, too ugly, too short. 9 words. That's all it took. Eugene Allen Hackman stood in that casting office. Academy Award winner, 15 years in Hollywood. And a 28-year-old kid was telling him he wasn't good enough. What Eugene said next got him banned from Paramount Studios. But here's what that casting director didn't know. In 6 months, he'd be on his knees, begging Eugene to take the role. Eugene's answer wasn't yes. It wasn't no. It was 4 words that made the kid cry. Stay with me. This story changes everything you think about Eugene Allen Hackman. March 1975, Paramount Studios, Los Angeles. Eugene Allen Hackman was 44 years old. He had just been nominated for his 2nd Academy Award. The French Connection had made him a star. The Conversation had proved he was a serious actor. Every director in Hollywood wanted him. But Eugene didn't care about being wanted. He cared about one thing: the work. So when his agent called about a new project at Paramount, Eugene agreed to meet. Standard procedure. Read for the part, shake some hands, move on. What Eugene didn't know was that Paramount had just hired a new head of casting. His name was Raymond Pierce, and Raymond had a plan. Raymond Pierce was 28 years old. Harvard Film School, rich family, never worked a real job in his life. He had a theory about Hollywood. He believed the old guard, actors like Hackman, Hoffman, Duvall, were dinosaurs, relics of a dying era. The future belonged to young, beautiful faces. Raymond wanted to make an example. He wanted to prove that he decided who was a star. Not the audience, not the directors. Him. And Eugene Allen Hackman had just walked into his trap. Eugene pushed open the door. No knock. He never knocked. Raymond sat behind a massive mahogany desk. 2 assistants flanked him, clipboards ready. The room smelled like expensive cologne and arrogance. "Mr. Hackman." Raymond didn't stand up. "Sit." Eugene looked at the chair, then at Raymond. "I'll stand." "Excuse me?" "I said I'll stand. My back's been bothering me. The chair looks uncomfortable." Raymond's eye twitched. Just slightly. People didn't say no to him. "Fine, let's make this quick. I've reviewed your materials." "And?" "I have concerns." Eugene waited, face blank, unreadable. "You're 45 years old." 44. The character is 35. So? So you're too old. Eugene almost smiled. Almost. "I played a character who was 62 last year. I was 43. Nobody complained." Raymond leaned forward. That was a different director, a different studio, a different era. It was 8 months ago. Raymond stood up slowly. He walked around the desk, stopping 3 feet from Eugene, invading his space. A power move. "Let me be frank with you, Mr. Hackman. Please. The camera doesn't love you." Silence. "I'm sorry?" "The camera. It tolerates you. It doesn't love you. There's a difference. Leading men, real leading men, the camera falls in love with them. With you?" Raymond shook his head. "It's like watching someone's uncle try to be charming." The assistants stopped writing. They could feel the temperature drop. Eugene's voice was calm, dangerously calm. "Is that so?" "It is, and frankly..." Raymond paused, savoring the moment. "You're too ugly for this role, too short, too ordinary." He said ordinary, like it was a disease. You have to understand something about Eugene Allen Hackman. At 13, his father abandoned the family, just walked out. No warning, no goodbye. Left Eugene's mother to raise 2 kids with nothing. At 16, Eugene dropped out of school, joined the Marines, not because he wanted to serve his country, because his family couldn't afford to feed him. He spent 4 years in the military. Then he came home to nothing. He worked as a truck driver, a shoe salesman, a furniture mover, a doorman. Every job nobody wants. Every job that breaks your back and pays you nothing. He didn't start acting until he was 30. 30. In Hollywood, that's ancient. And for the next 15 years, he heard the same thing over and over. Too old, too ugly, too short, too ordinary. He heard it so many times he stopped hearing it. Until today. Eugene looked at Raymond Pierce, really looked at him, 28 years old, soft hands, expensive suit, never missed a meal in his life. "You done?" Raymond smirked. "I think I've made my point." "Good, now let me make mine." Eugene took one step forward, just one, but Raymond stepped back instinctively. "You're 28 years old. You've never acted, never directed, never produced. You've never done anything except tell other people they're not good enough." "Mr. Hackman, I'm not finished." The words cut like ice. Raymond's mouth snapped shut. "When you were learning vocabulary words at Harvard, I was sleeping in a barracks with 40 other men who smelled like sweat and fear. When you were drinking wine at your parents' beach house, I was carrying furniture up 6 flights of stairs for $8 a day." Eugene's voice dropped lower, quieter, more dangerous. "You think I don't know I'm not handsome? You think I don't own a mirror? I've known I was too ugly since I was 15 years old. The difference between you and me is that I worked. I got better. I became something." He leaned in close enough that Raymond could see the lines on his face, every one of them earned. "What have you become, Raymond, besides a kid with a title he didn't earn?" Raymond's face was red, humiliated, in front of his own assistants. "You're making a mistake, Hackman. I can end your career." Eugene laughed, actually laughed. "Kid, men tougher than you have tried. My father tried when he walked out. The Marines tried when they sent me to Korea. Hollywood tried for 15 years. You know what happened?" He walked toward the door. "I'm still here, and I'll be here long after you're gone." He grabbed the doorknob, then stopped. "Oh, and Raymond." "What?" Eugene turned. His eyes were cold. "The role you're casting? I've read the script. The character isn't 35. He's 47. It's on page 6. Raymond's face went white. "You didn't even read the script, did you? You just saw my name and decided to take a shot." Eugene opened the door. "Good luck finding your young, beautiful actor. I'm sure he'll do great." The door closed behind him. Within an hour, the story had spread through Paramount. Eugene Allen Hackman had walked out on Raymond Pierce, told him off in front of his assistants, made him look like a fool. Some people thought Eugene was crazy. Raymond Pierce had power, real power. He could blacklist actors, kill careers. But something unexpected happened. The assistants who witnessed the confrontation, they talked. They told everyone. By the end of the week, every actor in Hollywood knew what Raymond had said, and what Eugene had done. Directors started calling Eugene's agent, not to offer sympathy, to offer work. "If Raymond Pierce doesn't want him," one director said, "then I definitely do." 6 months passed. The film Raymond was casting, it fell apart. 3 times. The first young, beautiful actor he hired couldn't handle the material. Fired after 2 weeks. The second one got arrested for drugs. Production shut down. The third one quit because, and this is true, the dialogue was too hard. The studio was furious. They had spent $8 million and had nothing to show for it. And then the head of Paramount called Raymond into his office. "Fix this. Get me Hackman." Raymond's face went pale. "Sir, I don't think he'll—" "I don't care what you think. Get me Hackman." Raymond Pierce had never begged for anything in his life. He was about to start. He called Eugene's agent first. The agent laughed and hung up. He called Eugene's manager. The manager said, You must be joking. Finally, Raymond did something he had never done. He got Eugene Allen Hackman's home number, don't ask how, and called him directly. Eugene picked up on the fourth ring. Hello? Mr. Hackman, it's Raymond Pierce. Silence. From Paramount. We met 6 months ago. I remember. Mr. Hackman, I'm calling because the studio wants you for the film, the one we discussed. The one I was too old and ugly for? Raymond closed his eyes. Yes, that one. What happened to your young, beautiful actor? There were complications. 3 of them, from what I heard. Raymond swallowed hard. Mr. Hackman, I'm prepared to offer you. Stop! Eugene's voice was flat, final. I don't want to hear your offer. But sir, I said stop. Raymond waited. His career was on the line. If he couldn't deliver Hackman, he was finished. Mr. Hackman, please, I'm asking you. You're asking me? 6 months ago you told me I was a dinosaur. You told me the camera didn't love me. You told me I was too ugly to work. I was wrong. Yes, you were. Another long pause. So here's what's going to happen, Raymond. I'm going to say 4 words, and then I'm going to hang up, and you're going to think about those words for the rest of your career. Raymond held his breath. Eugene spoke slowly, each word deliberate. I don't need you. Click. Raymond Pierce was fired from Paramount 2 weeks later. He never worked in Hollywood again. The film he was trying to cast? It was eventually made, 3 years later, with a different studio. Eugene Allen Hackman wasn't in it. He didn't need to be. Because by then, Eugene had made Superman. He had made Hoosiers. He had made Mississippi Burning. He had won his 2nd Academy Award. Every film Raymond Pierce said he was too old for, Eugene made something better. A journalist once asked Eugene about the Raymond Pierce incident. This was in 1995, 20 years later. Do you remember what you said to him when he called begging? Eugene shrugged. I told him the truth. I didn't need him. Never did. Did you feel satisfied, getting that revenge? Eugene looked at the journalist for a long moment. It wasn't revenge. Revenge is when you hurt someone who hurt you. I didn't hurt Raymond Pierce. I just refused to save him. He paused. There's a difference. They say if you walk through the quiet streets of Santa Fe today, past the adobe houses and the art galleries, you might see an old man walking alone. No entourage, no cameras, no fanfare. Just a man who spent 50 years pretending to be other people, and then spent the rest of his life finally being himself. Eugene Allen Hackman never played the Hollywood game. He never smiled for the cameras when he didn't mean it. He never pretended to like people he didn't respect. And in an industry built on fakery, his authenticity was the rarest thing of all. Is there a moment in your life where someone told you that you weren't good enough? Or a moment where you proved them wrong? Hollywood has many legends, but Eugene Allen Hackman was something different. He was the truth in a city of lies. If you want to know the real stories, the ones they didn't put in the magazines, you're in the right place. We are peeling back the curtain on the legends. If this story moved you, hit that like button. It helps more people discover these untold stories. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Eugene Allen Hackman, The Untold Truth, and turn on notifications. We're just getting started. There are stories about Dustin, about Francis Ford Coppola, about the night Eugene walked away from Hollywood forever. You don't want to miss what's coming next. Leave a comment below. Has anyone ever told you that you weren't good enough? What did you do? I'll see you in the next video. Stay real.